Hey everyone, it's Angela. So, I want to talk to you about a movie that I recently saw, and it's called Inside Out, Pixar's newest movie about emotions, and it covers joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and anxiety. I kind of just want to talk about it because this movie hit me in a lot of different places. Beautiful movie, beautifully designed, beautifully done by Pixar, but it had to have been one of the saddest films that I have ever seen. Through emotions perspective, the life of an 11-year-old girl who lived in Minnesota, and she felt like she had everything that she could have ever wanted in life. And whenever she found out that her dad got a new job, they had to move all the way to San Francisco. And so she had to move schools, she lost all of her friends. The movie hit home for me. Whenever I was 11, I found out that we were moving houses. So I didn't move. It wasn't a drastic move. It was still, you know, in the state of Ohio within 45 minutes of where I had grown up. But it was just very difficult to know that I had to start all over again, you know. So the movie really tugged on some personal strings that I have, and ultimately it taught me some really great things. While it was definitely one of the saddest movies I've ever seen, the movie taught me a lot, and I'm really glad that I saw it. I want to read to you something that I posted on Facebook about the movie. Last night, I watched the saddest Pixar movie made. It topped Ellie's death in Up and Andy giving his childhood friends away in Toy Story 3. The movie I watched goes by the title Inside Out. From previews and commercials, the movie appears to be lighthearted and full of quirky humor, but the underlying storyline resonated so deeply with my past. The movie covers the concepts of growing up, of moving houses when your life seemed perfect, but most importantly, of making sense of your emotions and staying true to yourself. If there's one thing that truly hit me while watching this movie, it was about accepting your emotions and learning to accept your sadness. For a long time, I've been fighting an internal battle with a thing called depression. It's a roller coaster of pent-up fear and anger and panic and overwhelming sadness which has affected a lot of my relationships with people I adore and myself, and was responsible for sapping my love for life away for many years. There have been plenty of times where my depression would interfere with my life, make me loathe myself because of my sadness, and cause me a great deal of emotional pain. But the greatest thing Inside Out has taught me is that it's okay to be sad. For us to understand happiness, we must first understand sadness. And to be sad or upset is nothing to be ashamed of. We are humans, and our feelings, whatever they may be, are valid. Our pain is valid regardless of the cause. If there is a cause, because sometimes there aren't any. And that is okay. Inside Out was a beautiful reminder that the ultimate success in life isn't to live only a life of joy, it's to live a meaningful life, and that despite however we may feel at any particular moment in time, it does get better. Our lives aren't meant to be two-dimensional, so we should stop expecting our feelings to be static as well. The movie just kind of reminded me a lot of the things that I've gone through, of like severing personal ties with like my family. There's a point in time where I had a lot of angst and pent up anger, and I was very sad. And the movie was just a really friendly reminder that without that sadness, you know, like, your life isn't supposed to be just about happiness. There are a lot of times where I look back on my past and I think, wow, I was such a happy young child. What happened to me? And the movie just kind of reminded me that your life isn't supposed to be happy all the way through to the very core. You should live a happy life. You should live a good life. You should live a life that's meaningful and that has impacted a lot of other people. But in the end, you are entitled to your own feelings regardless of how invalid you feel those feelings are. There have been so many times where I have just broken down crying because I just think it's so unfair that I'm constantly sad, because I don't feel like I have the right to be sad, because there are kids out there who have cancer, and there are people who are dying every single day from like starvation and actual like real causes, real things to be sad about. And there are just so many times where I hate myself for feeling sorry that I'm upset, that I have depression, and I get so fed up with myself, and I just, regardless of how you feel, you should feel like those emotions are valid. You shouldn't have to argue against yourself that those aren't real things. And, you know, sadness is a part of life, and it's a part of growing up, and it's a part of understanding yourself. Some of the saddest moments, some of the saddest core memories that you have, or some of the saddest just memories in general that you have, they're the ones that absolutely define who you are as a person. And that sucks sometimes, but, you know, without the sad moments in life, we wouldn't be able to fully understand or enjoy the happy moments. Life is all a balancing act, and in the end, you shouldn't feel like your feelings aren't valid. You are entitled to however you feel, and I'm very, very, very thankful for Pixar to make that film and to release it, because I think it's something that I need to remind myself at the time, a lot of the times, is to not beat myself up over something that I can't help. You are literally not in control of your emotions. They just exist because they do. It's really hard sometimes to remind yourself that. I'm really sorry for the sad video, or the sappy video, or however you want to describe this, but I just felt like I had to put out my feelings about the movie. If you haven't seen Inside Out yet, I definitely recommend it. I think it's a beautiful film that touches a lot on growing up, and I think there's tons of different aspects of the film that could resonate within different people and really build a connection between the main protagonist and, or through the character of Riley, because she's not the main protagonist, but through her character to a lot of other people. I feel like every single person in the world has gone through a point in their life whenever they were extremely unhappy, and I think this movie will be a reminder that you should embrace the sad moments just as much as you embrace the happy ones, because without that, you would not be the person that you are, and you don't owe your sadness to anyone other than yourself. Sadness is a relative and universal thing, and no one's sadness is greater than another. No pain is greater than another pain. You know, it's all on a relative scale, and I think this movie was the perfect way to remind not only myself, but every person who sees the movie. Comments below, I want you guys to talk about if you've seen the movie or not and how you interpret it, or if you haven't seen the movie, talk to me about something about your past that, you know, I don't know. Put something in the comments below if you feel like there is something to put in the comments below. And if not, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also check out my gaming channel, which I have uploaded a video called Hello on it, which is absolutely terrifying. See you guys next week. I love you, stay decadent, and go watch Inside Out because it's so good. Alright, bye!